Fall is a great time to get out and explore the scenic Iowa countryside on two wheels. And although most cyclists ride traditional road bikes on paved surfaces, there's a growing number of off-road mountain bikers in Iowa.
This summer, Whiterock Conservancy near Coon Rapids opened a new 13-mile single-track mountain biking trail, creating a new destination for mountain bikers to find adventure. Some of the newest mountain biking trails in Iowa wind back and forth through the historic oak savannas and prairie grasses and wildflowers, and zip up and down the hilly terrain carved by glaciers thousands of years ago between the driftless plain and the prairie pothole region. These trails give cyclists a better opportunity to explore the 5,500-acre land trust outside Coon Rapids, gifted to Whiterock Conservancy by the well-known Garst family.
Our mission is to not only protect and preserve this land and restore it to its historic, wild vitality, but also to farm it sustainably as commercial farmers and to demonstrate sustainable agriculture for other farmers in Iowa. And then the last piece, which is very important, is our goal is to open up this landscape to the public. And we've been working on this for years because it's a big piece of land and it's hard to open up access to this wild land. But the building of our trails this year was a really important part of that.
Every weekend since it's been open, I've been here.
And why is that?
Just because I'm having a blast. You can ride for 3 hours here and just hit the trails once, maybe twice. There's a lot here.
The interesting topography at Whiterock lends itself very well to mountain biking trails. Several scientists evaluated the land and helped determine where the trail should and shouldn't go, to show off the landscape while also preserving and protecting the land.
Most of our mileage is up on the hillsides, and so there's a lot of rocking, a lot of undulating, a lot of banking left and right. So it's kind of like a roller coaster in the woods. And I really just started mountain biking when we started building trails here, and I'm hooked. It's just so much fun.
My first time on a mountain bike in Iowa at all. It was quite an experience. I'm usually a road biker. That's beautiful. It's so much different than regular road climbing. A lot dirtier too.
There are 13 miles of single-track mountain biking and hiking trails at Whiterock, 6 miles of equestrian and hiking trails, and almost 20 miles of double-track trails for any kind of use, including low-power all-terrain vehicles. 3 more miles of mountain biking trails are planned to be added in 2016.
This is a destination trail system. You drive out here and you can bike the whole weekend if you want. And then maybe float the river one afternoon, So it's a destination, unlike a lot of other trails in the state. There's a lot here, and it's not just biking.
Whiterock Conservancy is the 3rd largest recreation area in Iowa. It's open to everyone like a public park, but it's different because it's a nonprofit.
Whether or not we're successful long-term as a nonprofit providing these services is whether or not enough people feel that they're valuable to actually support us as a nonprofit. And that's the big question.
Whiterock asks trail users to pay a small fee to help defray the cost of maintaining the trails. They also rent mountain bikes and helmets if you want to give it a try and don't have your own. The Whiterock staff wants to try grooming the trails this winter so bikers can ride year-round.
Great activity. It's fun. It's adventuresome. You get your adrenaline rush while you're burning calories. So, what's not to like? The other thing is that I can go out hiking or do a little jogging, and the next day I'll have pains and I'll be sore. But on a bike, I'm not sore the next day. I'm tired the next day, but I'm not sore.
This type of trail is designed to be both environmentally and economically sustainable. They're not very expensive to build, and they're easy to maintain. But even though it may look like a simple, worn dirt path, there's science and innovation behind the trail design.
These trails are bench cut into the sides of slopes. Bench cut is just a little notch cut out of the side of the hill, about 3 feet wide, and with a little 5% slope left, so the water will sheet off. And then also, pretty frequently, there's something called a grade reversal, where the trail purposefully dips. And then the trick is to build these slopes and these grade reversals in a way that it's a lot of fun to ride. So the grade reversal ends up being a dip, followed by a rise. And then, of course, the trail's undulating along the slopes, so that's how you get the roller coaster effect.
and I'm sort of a transplant from the West. I've lived in Utah and Nevada, so really was into mountain biking out there, so I was super excited to get out and try these trails. This is great single track out here. Really surprising to me for Iowa, you know, that you can get some nice trails like this in some nice hilly terrain instead of just the typical flat rolling hills that you have as you're road biking through the cornfields or whatever.
There are opportunities for all skill levels. Many trails at Whiterock Conservancy are considered intermediate, mostly because of length.
The hills were tough at first. Some of the hills I would stop going up them just to catch my breath. Now I just climb right up them. You catch on quick.
Here you've got twists and turns and roots and rocks and everything that you kind of got to be looking out for. So, you know, a lot more ups and downs. You can get going a little faster on the downhills, and it's a little more technical. So I enjoy that challenge.
It's much more technical riding than road bike. And you really got to be on your game all the time watching those ruts. And it's so much different than just sitting back and just pumping out miles. So I like all the variety that Iowa has for biking, and this is really nice.
Mountain biking tests your physical and mental toughness. And at a place like Whiterock Conservancy, you can enjoy the sport while also discovering some of the history and beauty of the Iowa outdoors.